Hello and welcome to Tales from the Backlog. My name is Steve Boshier, and I will be your game master for the evening. If you're not familiar with this channel, this is Shadows of Archonia, where we run all sorts of tabletop role-playing games. On Friday nights, we tend to do our ongoing campaigns at our in-person table in the other room of my house. Right now, we are between sessions 13 and 14 of our Shadow Dark campaign, Shadows of the Abyss, but we're on a 2-week hiatus from that because we're also between episodes 1 and 2 of our DCC game, that's Dungeon Crawl Classics, Bride of the Black Manse, which I'm running to sort of practice for when we go into our full campaign, Shadows of Archonia 3, late in this year, which will be entirely played in Dungeon Crawl Classics. Then on Monday nights, like tonight, we have this whole other show called Tales from the Backlog. And this is, as you can see, in a remote setup, where we have a rotating collection of games and a rotating cast of players. And we try out all sorts of different things. Tonight, as you can see on the screen there, and in my hand, it is Conan the Hyborian Age. The recently, sometime late last year, released new TTRPG from Monolith Board Games. We ran 3 sessions of this a few months ago. I ran 3 sessions of this a few months ago. Cindy played in it, and then these other 2 guys did not. So we're gonna pick up from there, more or less. If you like the kind of thing that I'm saying, you can come join us in our Discord, where we all hang out pretty much every day, and you can talk to us about games and anything else that comes up. We got a lot of channels. We got a TV and movies channel. We got a channel just for the cyberpunk genre. We got video game channels. We got channels where you can tell us about your games. We got channels where you can talk about our games, and etc. If you really like what we're talking about, you can come join us on our Patreon, where you can have the satisfaction of knowing that you are helping support the stream, and also, for as little as $1 a month, gain access to our pregame shows, which we record for 15 minutes right before every stream. We did one just now where we mostly talked about the system, but generally they're just whatever we happen to be talking about. Sometimes it's wildly divergent from the game we're about to play. Sometimes, in fact, often, we've spent the entire time talking about a completely different game than the one we're about to play. So that's just fun to watch. I watch it myself, even though I'm in it. So that's it for me. Before I get to tonight's tale, why don't we go around and introduce our characters, starting with Cindy.
Okay, my character's name is Siosa. She was an orphan. It still is an orphan, I suppose. Basically raised in the streets. She's basically just a cutthroat thief, a rogue, ready to do anything for gold and treasure.
Valid. I mean, illegal.
I'm playing Nikala Hundred Eyes. I'm playing Nikala Hundred Eyes from the woods, from the wilds. She's a warrior princess type. Dark skin. Down the back of her head, she's pierced. And in the piercings, she's got peacock feathers weaved through them. She likes to think of herself as a boxer, and that she's won all of these great boxing matches, but in fact, they've all been rigged up to this point. And so she has left her tribe to go out to the greater world and find something more
legitimate.
Yeah.
Challenging.
Fulfilling?
Challenging is a good one too.
Fulfilling. I like that.
Profitable.
Brian, I'm playing Orfsenson, the son of Orf. A reckless raider, mead marauder, dare-doer, and occasional hero. He's most often found in drinking halls, bellowing for food or sport. He's generous with money, but he doesn't count very well, and his deeds, preferring glory over prudence. He is known locally as a gullible and boisterous tagalong, easily goaded into danger, but consistently too valorous, durable, or lucky to die when he should. From his bald head to his bristled chin to his girthy middle and tree trunk legs, he is a bear of a man with a penchant for running shield first into danger.
Woot. Does he in fact have a shield?
He does.
Okay, because there was some mechanics discussion earlier.
I changed his mechanics so that it made sense for him to have a shield.
Gotcha. All right. So, when last we left... So, Cindy, earlier Chris asked, how do you pronounce the character? No, Brian asked, how do we pronounce the characters? And you said Siosa. But just now you said Siosa. What is it? What is it? It's Siosa.
Did I say
right.
Siosa?
I believe you did.
I'm kind of tired. It's Siosa.
Okay.
I usually go phonetically because I'm lazy. So
fair enough. I'm starting with you, so I want to say it right.
Okay.
When last we left Siosa, she and her friends had been in the good graces of King Conan of Aquilonia, having been sent out to deal with some trouble that was stirred up in in the borderlands. Let me pull up the map here. There we go. You guys had a little bit of an adventure down in Koth, and then returned to Aquilonia with Conan, where you hung out in his palace for a while. But he sent you to deal with some trouble across in the Basonian Marches, separating Aquilonia from the Pictish wilderness. You did so and found an ancient priest of Jebel Sog who was controlling a bunch of animals for his own benefit and murdering villagers and so forth. Dealt with that just in time to get captured by a horrible being of darkness, a shadow, if you will, who took you to the horrific locale of the top of a high, cold mountain, which did not faze certain members of the party at all. And you descended down through this mountain, defeating many dangers along the way before you came into contact with this extra-dimensional being of evil who sent you back with a message for Conan. He sent you to tell Conan that he was coming for his revenge. Following that, one must assume that you did deliver that message. Conan was probably unperturbed, since he defeated this thing once, and now he's also an established king with many armies. So, not scared. But for some reason, following these events, Siosa, you left your companion Suma and whatever those other two were named, and have found your way with two new companions, Nikala and Orfsifson, to a tavern near the coast, way out here in Zingara. You parted, I imagine, on friendly terms with all your companions, especially with King Conan, who fucking rules. So you have no doubt that you will be welcomed back if you ever see fit to return. But for now, you're sitting down to a meal with your two friends in a Zingaran tavern, not too far from the coast. You're probably not right here in Cordova, but you're probably in an outlying village near there. It's dark. There's a lot of smoke from various candles and fireplaces. It's kind of loud. It's one of these places where they don't have windows, which is why it's dark in here, even though it's daytime. And you're not sure if they don't have windows because designing a building without windows is easier than designing a building with windows, or if it's because they don't want anyone to see in. Either thing would be believable in this place. Just a lot of loud, pushy, grabby people eating and drinking, and you guys coming off of whatever it was you did right before this, sitting down, to relax and eat a decent meal for the first time in a while. What do you think you all are talking about?
Nikala would probably be mentioning the food. This is probably something different than what her tribe would typically eat.
Orf would nod knowingly at everything either of them said while stuffing himself as much as he could.
Siosa would probably be, while talking to everybody, just watching the place and seeing who she could, whose pockets would be easiest to pick.
Well, do you intend to pick any pockets tonight?
Depends.
There's a lot of drunk people here. You could probably get away with it, but if you did get caught, it would get more violent. While you're sitting there thinking about that, the door opens, which has happened a lot of times since you got here, but I think what catches your eye this time is that the person entering is too small to be in a place like this. This is a kid, a young boy, maybe 12. And there are youngsters in here, but most of them are at least 14. And don't have... They're the kind of 14-year-olds who don't have parents. Or don't have parents who give a shit. This kid doesn't look like them. He looks like he knows what a hard day's work feels like because someone taught him. And he doesn't have this sort of casual familiarity with a tavern that a lot of the other people here do. You see him come in and start looking around. I'd like a wits test from each of you on this boy.
Getting off to a good start.
Gosh, my
Come on,
best
Orf.
friend. Two.
I'm going to call this moderate, so you need a 7. Anyone
I
gets...
can't even get a 7.
Wait a
Okay.
minute. We roll a d6 and then add our value, right?
Correct.
Oh, wait.
I should
missed
be the only one capable of getting a 2, which is what I rolled.
Okay.
Correction, I got a 4. That's not
Okay.
a still.
What'd you get, Nicola?
8.
Okay.
There we go.
Nicola, you have seen young people, really a lot of people, but often young people, behave in the manner that this boy is behaving in, which is trying very hard to look competent. He is putting on a face. He's clearly nervous, borderline afraid, but here for a reason. And he sees you three probably amongst the quieter people in the place, but also clearly armed up and ready to throw down if needed. And meets your eye for a second as you appraise him. Doesn't come straight to you because, again, putting on airs. Goes around, looks at people, finds a lot of people with their backs to him, ignoring him, yelling loudly, and eventually comes over to the middle of the room, near you guys, but not directly looking at you guys, and saying, I have work. Anyone who seeks combat and adventure, I have work for you.
Yeah, boy, come here.
He comes over. You are interested in that kind of work?
Well, that depends on how much it pays.
Exactly my words.
With your 8 wits test a minute ago, you can tell by looking at this boy that it does not pay. Or if it does, it doesn't pay out of his pocket. But He says, I cannot offer much except information about where you may acquire potentially an enormous treasure.
Treasure.
Indeed.
Potentials.
What was that?
I said, potentials.
Well, I mean, you can see that I'm not a wealthy man. In fact, what I have has been taken. I live with my family out on the coast. We've been there many generations. Perhaps you are aware that pirates are a problem off the coast here. I know that this is a big request, but my parents have been taken and are being held for ransom. My brother thinks that we should pay, but we don't have anything to pay with.
This
I
is
want my
a
parents
strange.
back.
This is a strange story. Why would pirates take your parents and ransom them? Would they not know that you have nothing to pay?
It's been done before. It's a practice of theirs. They kidnap people. They don't ask who has money. They just try to get lucky.
So they're stupid.
Yeah, there's a lot of pirates. I think all the rich people have already been kidnapped or are too hard to kidnap.
Siosa, do we have a boat?
No.
Then how are we supposed to get pirates?
Well,
good question.
I can offer suggestions on how you might find where they will strike next. Perhaps you could ask the villagers where I come from, if anyone knows, or perhaps you could scour the beach for clues. There are things we can do. We can try to meet them somewhere. If it helps your interest level, I was not lying about the treasure. I heard some of the pirates talking about a great value of treasure that they had taken from some ship out at sea, which they have now back at their encampment. I believe that that's also where my parents were taken.
Land encampment.
Yes, I would guess it's probably on one of the islands.
He just wipes the grease from his face like, I'm sold. Just kind of jostles the whole table on his way up.
I'm like, got beer on me again.
This kid, whose name is Osiro, by the way, he's going to turn to the two ladies and say, he does understand that the land where the encampment is on the other side of the water, right?
Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it.
Okay. Okay. So you will help?
Apparently, yes.
Okay. I hope so, because otherwise we can all go to bed.
You know what? I've got better things to do, kid. Fuck
All
off.
right. The tavern catches on fire. Run!
No, let's go save this kid's parents.
All right.
I mean, treasure. All for the
Treasure.
Yeah, Orf gets like a real confused look right up until you say treasure. He's like, oh, okay.
All right. Yeah. So we kind of covered all that information. Is there any questions you guys have about how to proceed? Anything you want to ask the kid?
What did you say your name was again? I didn't ask you before when you told me, so I didn't remember.
Osiro.
Osro. Got it.
Osiro. It's three sounds.
What I said.
What's your name, sir?
What's my... he looks at Siosa. What?
Are you Conan? Oh, Orf.
Kids these days.
He looks down at his general shape, being quite bottom heavy to be Conan.
Yeah.
Almost as well known.
Oh.
Orf Simpson.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know, we live way out on the coast. It's a small town. We might not have heard of many great heroes.
Clearly, like, they've been there 15 minutes. He's clearly on, like, his 7th month. He's like, you are forgiven. Just kind of staggers toward the door.
The auto framing on your video call setup is really accentuating the drunkenness.
It
Just keep zooming way in and way out.
Well, then he's going to be drunk a lot tonight.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys head to this kid's village, I guess, eh?
Yeah.
It sounds like a reasonable place to start.
All right. So he suggested potentially 3 courses of action to try and find where these pirates would be next. You can either ask his neighbors, you can search on the beach for clues, or he knows a cliff overlooking the beach where you can see for many miles and perhaps spot something from up there.
Well, we're already going to be in the village. Why don't we start there?
Okay.
I think, and then perhaps we don't have enough info. Move on.
You enter the small seaside town. People start crowding around you, asking if you're here to help. One would hope, because otherwise you're here to attack. The aroma of the roasted fish they offer you makes your mouth water. Out of the corner of your eye, you see someone slink away, looking afraid. But many people still do crowd around you.
Can I chuck my spear in that general direction? I don't want to hit them. I just...
Granted, I will ask for an attack roll anyway, but
Can I
instead
put
of
my hand on her wrist to stop
Okay.
that?
Opposed edge checks.
Ooh.
Okay.
7.
Dice plus number.
8.
8. Siosa is faster than Nakala. Gets a hand on your wrist before you can throw.
That person might be sneaking away because they're scared.
But scared of what? Scared of us or scared of the pirates?
Exactly. They don't know us. Is the kid with us still?
He led you into town. Yeah, he's probably still nearby. Yeah.
I'm going to ask him, kiddo, did you see that person slink away? Do you know them?
I didn't see him. They went around the corner of a building. What did they look like?
What did they look like?
Unfortunately, you caught just movement, so you can't even answer.
Okay. We are not sure. Let's go over there and look, though.
Okay.
Just to be sure that,
You find a small man, about 5'3", probably in his 50s. Hard to say what this guy does for a living. Probably a fisherman, given the area. Scared to death. Ah! I imagine in order to catch him, you would have split up and gone around both sides of the building. Or perhaps just chased him down. Either way, he is scared to death.
I'll offer my... Is he on the ground then? Or is he just standing there?
Oh, he just hasn't fallen over. No, he's standing up.
Oh, okay. He's not that scared.
No.
Fetal position.
Yeah.
What do you want?
No, I just wanted to check and see if everything was fine. No worries.
You're not here to attack the village?
No, that's much too much work for us.
Okay.
We don't do that kind of thing. But do you know any information about the pirates?
I don't. What pirates?
The ones who attacked here and took people.
They sure were strong. Give me a wits test, please. Difficulty 8.
Not it.
Yeah. Cios
It's
is doing the talking.
possible for me. So we'll. All right. What do we got here? No, that's 5.
Okay. Have you been rolling your flex die, by the way?
No.
Roll your flex die a couple times since this is our second roll.
7, which is 4. No.
Okay. Okay. I was just trying to remember if there's anything you guys can do other than the flex die to sort of buy a success or a better outcome.
Oh, I have infamy.
Hit me with that. What is it?
Okay, apply +2 related to any checks. I spelled something incorrectly. Related. It has to be related to contests to convince, intimidate, or inspire fear in others. So I'm going to try.
This would fall under convince. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can add +2 to my 5. I don't think that was still enough, would it?
No, it's still not enough. You need 8.
You can spend a stamina.
Oh yeah, stamina, of course.
I only have 4 stamina though, so I don't know if it's worth it.
You
When
have a
there's so many
stamina
other
battery
people in
that can
town.
work with you.
Was that Brian?
I was just letting her know that she has a stamina battery in the party. Orf has 7, and he can just hand them out to whoever he wants.
I'd spend that stamina.
All right, I'll do it then. Since I have a stamina vending machine here.
Yes. That makes it 8 then. Yeah, so you get this guy to talk. He's like, you can't let anyone know where you heard it, okay?
Of course not.
I overheard when the pirates were here that they're going to be raiding the village of Kaisa next.
Oh. That is really good information.
If anyone knows, if you do cause them any trouble and they find out that you heard it from me, they're going to come kill me. Please keep it to yourself.
We don't know you.
We don't even know your name. I never asked.
I am the darkness. He runs.
Well, I was going to hand him some coin, but okay.
Ugh. Now that I don't know his name, I don't know what not to tell them.
Perfect. That's perfect. You're doing great.
Yeah, so village of Kaisa. This place is not too far away. You guys could probably, assuming they are returning to their base before the next raid, you guys could probably get there ahead of them.
All right.
Tally ho.
Off we go then.
Do we walk everywhere, or are we horsed?
You can... Horses are kind of flavor when we're not really in combat, so you can probably have had some horses and take them with you.
No camels to punch.
Not at this time, sir. The camels...
Orf is a man of means.
The camels would be way over in probably Zamora. Maybe Tehran. Yeah, so you travel north along the coast for a little while. I'm sorry. Based on where I said you were before. You're probably traveling south along the coast until you reach the village of Kaisa. Let me read to you about that place. Thick smoke fills the air, burning your nostrils. It's eerily quiet, almost as if the inhabitants of Kaisa know what to expect from the pirates and are going along with it. For the moment, anyway, they're acquiescing to every demand. And even though you can't see anyone, you can feel the tension. As you near these ships, these pirate ships that are docked at this town, you see that only a few guards roam over the decks. One ship in particular is a little bit apart from the others, and if you wanted to try and board, that one looks like it might be a good target. But yeah, the raid is in progress, and the pirates are being largely unchallenged.
How far out is, like, if we were to try to swim to that ship, is that even...
It's docked. You could walk to that ship.
Oh, it's docked. Okay. I
Yeah.
thought you said further out.
Well, further away from the other ships is what I meant.
You meant further out on the dock. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Are we planning to stow away then?
Well, it's up to you. There are multiple possible options, but of course your goal, whether that is rescuing Asuro's parents or getting the treasure, either way, it's across at their base, which is probably on one of the islands. So,
How many pirates are in Kaisa?
Yeah.
multiple ships worth.
There's lots of different kinds of ships, Steve.
Valid. Every kind of ship that carries pirates has many people on it. This is not a number that is given. If you're asking because you would like to fight the pirate horde, I will offer you this subtle hint as a GM. Don't.
If you were willing to give me exact numbers, we would be confounded by the fact that Orf is bad at math. So this works perfectly. Fantastic.
So we're back to the stowaway plan.
Well, there's multiple ways. All you really need to do is get on the ship, right? Or get on a ship. That doesn't necessarily equate to either stow away or fight the pirate horde. If you have any other ideas, go.
Well, how many people does it take to maneuver a ship? I imagine it's dozens.
Oh, so you're now thinking of stealing a ship.
No. That's the only other idea that comes to mind is either hide on the ship or commandeer it.
How far away are the islands? Because ships are going to have... there's a word for the vessels on the side that I'm blanking on, but...
Lifeboats?
They'd have a landing boat.
A longboat, usually. The problem is, too, is we don't know where that island is.
Right. Which is why you'd need to be on their ships while they're piloting them.
Stowing away.
Yeah,
Or
I mean...
possibly get hired.
Yeah, okay, thank you. I was like, there are multiple options, and stowing away is just the only one we're thinking of. But yes, that's an option as well. You could also fight your way onto the ship, but of course that would be at risk of attracting all the other pirates.
And not being able to pilot said ship.
Right.
With the minimum number of people that we have.
You're going to have to threaten someone who knows where the hideout is to take you there, and yeah. It would be a whole thing.
I mean, there's some possibilities I can think of, but it might be easier to do one of the other two options, you guys. I think.
What's it going to be?
I think your name probably carries more weight to it than mine, for sure.
You want to try to join them, then?
I will also offer this for free. You wouldn't necessarily all have to do the same thing. Some of you might join them, some of you might stow away.
Sure. That sounds like a GM trap, though. Separate the party.
He would never pull anything.
Well, I know he's not Alan, but...
It's not about what's smart. It's about what our characters would do. Orf knows himself well enough to know that he should follow someone.
Siesta, did you want to see if your name carries enough weight to get us hired?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and just try that.
Tryouts, as it were.
Okay. So you, the three of you just going to walk up to a ship?
Yeah.
I mean, if that's our, yeah, because if our intention is to join, then why sneak about?
Sure. And you have your infamy, so you definitely would be the person to go in front. A pirate is going to come out off the ship and say, "Hey, what are you doing?"
I'm here to join. My two friends.
You're here to join. Who are
Yeah.
you?
I'm Siosa, the thief from the Grimes.
If you were Siosa, you'd be in Aquilonia with Conan.
Conan. He can kiss my ass.
Okay, please give me a wits check, difficulty. Sorry to do it to you. 11.
Oh, can I help with this? How can I help with
Please
this?
do, because I can only get a 10.
Help is a bonus of 1 to 3. Okay, how am I helping?
So, yeah, tell me how you're helping, and I decide what the bonus is.
Yeah.
Well, I do get my +2 infamy. I forgot about that, but I
Yep.
could probably use more.
I think I'm going to try and play as, like, submissive to Siosa as possible.
Okay.
Almost like one of those, almost like Grimer Wormtongue. Like that kind of character, where I'm just like, yes, yeah, that's a great idea.
Or like maybe you rub up against me. I'm like, get off!
Yeah.
Creepy. All right. For that, I'll give a bonus of... What's your max without the bonuses?
10.
10, and you need 11. I will give a bonus of 1 for Nikala's help, and that's in addition to your +2 from infamy. And you can, of course, add stamina if needed.
Righto. Here we go. I rolled a 10
All right. So
on the die.
that's a 13.
Yep.
You have impressed this guy enough. He's gonna go, "Ha, ha, ha. I hate that guy too. You know, he used to be a pirate."
Exactly. Self-righteous prick.
You know what's weird about your head is that your hat's blending in with the wall behind you, and it makes your head shape look real weird. Come on board. You can't necessarily be one of us until you do the gauntlet, but you can come back. We'll take you to the gauntlet.
Very good. Come on, you two.
All right. Well,
Yes,
you guys successfully infiltrated without combat. Yeah, so the 3 possible methods suggested in the book: join the pirates, stow away, or fight your way aboard. And that was the difficulty for join the pirates, 11. So well done. Well, you guys have chosen a route that unfortunately, or maybe fortunately for you, requires you to do nothing while this village is sacked and raided before your eyes. But the pirates do finish that task. You hear the lamentation of the women as they return towards the ships. And before long, you have set sail to the high seas. The sails fill with air, and the ships start on their way. You hear the wood creaking as the vessels bob on the water. A salty tang of the air becomes stronger as you get further out. The briny smell of the ocean and seeping out of the wood of the hold you're riding in begins to overwhelm your senses. But you are safely on board this ship. You have not stowed away. You have been permitted on board, so you are reasonably out of danger as far as these pirates are concerned. But I need to know what else may happen on this journey, so I will ask Orf to please roll a d6.
Two.
Oh, I see. Ask me what I see later when we're on break. So, the situation that you have in this ship is that even though you were invited on, the guy that invited you on was the bosun and not the captain. The captain isn't thrilled, and you feel that if you accidentally anger him, you may end up in danger during this journey. I need each of you now to make a wits check, difficulty 8, to be on your best behavior in front of this asshole.
Sorry, guys.
Oh no.
Orf's doing better than average, but what is the if you spend stamina on it, what does that do?
I believe it's 1-to-1. I was actually just looking it up again. Let's see, stamina points.
Yeah. Increase the value on the stat die during a check or attack by +1 after the roll, or pay 2 stamina to increase by +2.
Yeah,
Does
so
not make a difference. Okay.
yeah, that's what I was looking up. Was I couldn't remember if there was a max. 2 is the max then. Okay. Yep.
Did you give the DC for that?
Yes, I did. What did I say? 8.
8.
Okay. I rolled a 7, but I hit 10 on my flex die.
Okay, so you can spin that.
I will
So
use it as a success.
I would allow you to use it because you can use a flex die success as an auto success, but you're also only 1 point away from a regular success. If you want, you can spin that auto success for Orf and spend a stamina point for yourself.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Perfect, because I rolled an 8. Exactly.
Outstanding. So Orf
Orf
starts
rolled a
to
5.
say something stupid and Nikala covers for him.
So anyway, all I was saying was that piracy is what McCullough was.
Piracy's a what, Orf's son?
What did you call me?
I
That's your
called
name.
you a Orfson son?
Thank you. So few people go to the trouble to get it. I like you. Where's my meat? And he just pulls a tankard that he just has on his belt.
Where'd you get that?
I think I forgot to put it down at the tap.
You guys are
So anyway,
like
what was
3
I
days
saying?
ago.
The pirate's like for me, yeah.
All right, you guys staved off danger this time. And we are making record time through this adventure. You guys are doing so good.
Sorry.
You're at the point where I wanted to go to break, but we're still like 45 minutes from break time.
Oh, hell.
Yeah, so the ship finally reaches its destination. And the pirates start to get off the ship and disappearing into multiple doorways in this giant cliff face. Each of the doorways that you see is guarded by powerful-looking pirates. And you can see from the deck that every pirate that approaches is whispering a password to be let in, and no one has told you a password.
Okay. I guess I'll just approach one of the guys and say, new recruits, we're supposed to go to the gauntlet.
Can any of you read?
No.
I didn't consider that. Probably not.
Okay, you see that door over there? He points down the beach a ways to this huge, double heavy wooden door with a sign above it. You can't read, but you recognize that that is a sign. He says, that says gauntlet.
Oh.
Okay.
If you go in there and come out the other side alive, then you're accepted into the crew.
Gonna just do a character moment, character decision here. I will decide that Orf can read. Does it actually say gauntlet?
Yeah.
Okay.
What language can Orf read?
Didn't say it didn't take him a long time to figure it out.
No, legitimately, what language does he read? I probably should have asked that. I probably should have
It's
mentioned
been
that.
too long since I read the Conan series. I don't know what languages there are to choose from.
Well, you're from...
He's from the north.
From the north. So, the north would be Vanaheim, Asgard, Samaria, Nordheim. Probably none of them have written languages. You must have learned a southern language. Good enough.
He's been down here a long time.
Yeah, it seems to say gauntlet in some dialect of Zingaran or something.
I like the idea that he will tell the other two that the guy's not lying. They will not believe that he knows what he's saying.
I'll just look at Theosa and roll my eyes.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
all right.
go down to the door.
To the door it is. I'm going to show you a little map. How much of this map am I going to show you? I think this much. So, beach, door, area A. What say ye? So you come in through that door to room A. The floor trembles under your feet as you enter. A rumbling roar fills your ears, and massive boulders come tumbling down from hidden chutes. They're not hidden on the map, you can see them. To make it through, you need to dodge falling rocks. Give me edge tests. Difficulty 8. I keep saying tests. This game calls them checks. Doesn't matter. You still got to hit 8.
Don't forget to roll your flex die.
Do roll your flex dice.
Ooh, nice.
Did anyone not hit 8?
I did not, but I'm going to use a stamina to get from 7 to 8.
Okay. You will have to do this 3 times to get out of the room.
Okay.
Rolled an 8 and a flex.
Hell
Nice.
yeah. So you don't need the auto success, so the thing to do is store that as a stamina point.
Okay. I can't. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Sorry, so we're doing this 3 times?
Yes. Or I guess I allowed Nicola to give you his auto success, so if you wanted to do that, we could do it that way too. But I mean, you can give the stamina away either way. So,
Yeah.
so you succeeded, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So if you're burning a stamina point anyway, I can just give my new one to you.
Excellent, thank you.
I didn't feel like it was appropriate to do that when we were talking and stuff earlier, but I think that with his I think with his increased size, he could probably push Nicola out of the way pretty easily.
Sure.
Probably.
So the boulders continue to roll towards you. Please roll another edge check.
Ooh. That's a 1.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I got
so
7. What were we supposed to get?
You got to hit 8.
There is no way for me to get there.
I'm
Okay.
spending a
I'm
stamina.
at 5.
You have a skill that applies, Siosa? What are you spending stamina on?
Just to hit the number?
Oh, you got 7?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can do that. The other two of you, you're going to suffer 3 damage. This will ignore your armor rating.
I think I can handle it.
Yeah, I think you can. One last one as the boulders continue to charge at you.
I pass, and I got... Oh, no, never mind. That's not the right number on that dice. My bad.
Did you fail then?
I did fail. No, I passed. I was thinking it was the flex die I was talking about.
Gotcha.
I'm going to have to spend 2 stamina.
Go ahead and give yourself 1 back.
Thank you.
I can only do 1 per round, so. Orf rolled a 9.
All right. You
It's
guys...
those smaller rocks. He can just kind of deflect those. It makes it easier.
Yeah, you probably hit them towards the others on accident. You guys have made it through the boulder room. Are you turning left or right here?
Left?
So that left sounds good.
Okay, left takes you north to room B, as you can see. So there's your room B. Claws scrape against stone as a beast lumbers through this cave. It is an enormous, oversized, ferocious bear. By the way, I know I mentioned the miniatures that I got for this game, which we did use last time. Did not have time to prep them for tonight, so we're doing Theater of the Mind combat. But yeah, ferocious bear coming at you. Let's get into initiative. I need something to write with. There we go. Here I am running a game. Don't even have a pencil ready. All right.
Initiative
what's the
is
dice
your
for
edge.
initiative?
It is edge stat die plus edge number. So it's just an edge test.
10.
8.
7.
And
Or do we roll it?
7.
Do we roll it, or do we just add
You
them?
roll the die.
Oh, my bad. Let me roll it. 3.
3, 8, 7. Okay.
I don't think Siosa is capable of getting a 3 on that roll. Because don't you get +5?
Oh, no, wait. No.
Let me check your sheet.
Edge?
Yeah,
Edge plus whatever the value is.
Yeah, your die is...
Oh, I'm sorry. My
No,
math
D8.
is bad tonight. Should be 6.
Okay. Still the lowest. And then the bear is the actual lowest because he sucks. Yeah. Okay. He's a slow bear. All right, so Orfsamson, this is a ferocious bear. He is an antagonist. That means he has an actual number of life points you have to reduce. Unlike some other creatures in the system, really interestingly, they are called minions, and they have a threshold where if you deal that much damage on a single hit, they just drop. And if you hit them and don't deal that much damage, then they drop on the next hit regardless. So with this guy, you actually are going to have to whittle down some life points. But go ahead and do what you do.
He says something really articulate, like, and uses the charge action to close the gap.
Okay.
And smack the bear with his mace. I see how to do damage, but not how to hit things on my sheet.
Attacks are your relevant stat die, which would be
Might, I would
might.
imagine. It's heavy. Yep.
Plus the stat, plus or minus any modifiers you may have from skills or gear. And then, but you don't see how to do damage, is what you said?
No. I see what my damage numbers are.
Okay.
All right, so the result is 7.
7 damage, or 7 to hit.
No, 7 to hit.
How do I decide if you hit him? Oh, right there. You just hit him.
Okay. And I do 9 damage.
Yeah, you do.
Loving that might stat.
Well, you do 9 damage to a ferocious bear, enormous in size, who, as you can imagine, doesn't like it, but is also not particularly perturbed.
I have one more action.
You sure
Which
do.
I will use to defend.
Okay.
Smart.
Excuse me. Next is Nikala.
Nikala's going to back up a bit and then chuck her spear.
Do it.
Right. 2 + 4, 6. Probably a miss.
That is a miss.
Okay.
Siosa?
That's my 2 actions.
Your 2 actions were backing up and throwing the spear?
Yep.
Okay. Siosa?
Okay. I'm going to. I'm going to spend a stamina and use Impaling Throw.
Okay. What'll that do? It'll stop him from moving if you hit?
No, it will. If I hit him, I get ×2 damage value for my throwing weapon attack.
Nice.
So, let's hit him then. 4 + 4. 8.
That hits.
So
For future reference, that Impaling Throw ability does say you don't have to decide to use it until after you hit.
oh, I have half that page is covered. So
What if you had missed, you would have wasted the stamina by spending it in advance. So you
I
don't
see.
have to do that. Yeah.
I gotcha.
But you hit. So give me the damage and double it.
Is 4. Big ol' whopping 4.
But it really is 8 because you double it, right?
No, that's doubled
Awesome.
because her throwing stars are 1d4.
Doesn't she have like a? Don't you have a stat to add to that, like edge or something?
Might for throwing.
Yeah, you add your might stat to the weapon. Or no, for melee and thrown, you add your might stat,
Oh,
which for you is 4. So it would be 6. If you rolled a 2 on the die, then that's 6, and doubled is 12.
oh, okay. I forgot about that. It's been a while.
It has. What did I say? Oh yeah. Well, so you have done a good amount of damage to this bear with your throwing stars, which seems hard if you think about a throwing star and a bear. But you did it. Well done.
You got to get him right in just the right spot.
The other thing about that is that was only one action. You have another one.
Okay. Where is this bear exactly in the room?
I'm gonna say he's got you guys backed up to the doorway you entered through. Nikala specifically used an action to move away, so she's probably back in the hallway that's running south out of the room. And the other two of you, Orf went up to the bear. So Orf's, you know what, I'm going to use my mouse here. Orf's probably right here. See, also maybe a little behind with the throwing star and Nikala out in the hallway.
Okay, and the bear's like right up in our...
Yeah, the bear's right up in Orf's grill, yeah.
Okay. Is it possible for me to skirt around to the right in that cave a bit?
Yes, if you want to hug this wall and go this way.
Yeah.
Okay. No problem.
Flank him.
Sounds good. And what sounds even better is now it's the bear's turn.
That doesn't sound better.
Right in the face and says,
Beat the second.
I can do better than that, but I don't want to hurt my throat. He's going to take an attack on Orfsenson. Love to say it. Here we go. So he applies modifier +2 to all checks during a contest. No contest happening at the moment. So where is that die? Oh my goodness. He has rolled a automatic failure on his first attack. He is so distracted by the throwing star that seems to have sunk all the way into his neck that he's gonna have to go for a second attack. Oh wait. Okay, this time 17 to hit.
Hold on, let me just calculate. Yeah. Yeah, that gets through.
Now he re-rolls any 1s or 2s on a damage. So let's see what his damage is going to be. 1d8 plus 7. He's going to re-roll it. That sucks because he came up 8 that time. So 15 damage.
Okay, well, I take 5 off of it for my hodgepodge plate.
Heck yeah. That is the bear's whole turn. He doesn't like that he missed one of his attacks.
Okay.
He swipes you right in the head, your least vulnerable spot. And just rattles your brains for you. But now it's right back to Orp's turn.
So, question. Does Nikala not have a weapon anymore after throwing the spear?
Nikala's got fists. She's a pugilist.
She took skills.
I've seen how much damage fists do. She does not have another spear, correct?
No, she threw it already.
He thinks really hard about returning the spear, which he can do with... But then it might choose to go after Ciosa, which isn't great. The gears in his brain don't work fast, but they conclude that he is where he's supposed to be right now. So he will take a swipe, and just so I understand the system, one's auto-fail. I didn't know about auto-fail, so I want to make sure I know.
Yeah. Whenever a character rolls a 1 on their stat die as part of a check or attack, the roll is automatically failed, even if blah, 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 blah.
That makes sense. And what can I do if I... Okay.
Oh, and by the way, I hope you guys remembered this, because I didn't. Well, I didn't remember to remind you anyway. You also roll your flex die when rolling damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you almost always roll your flex die.
Pretty much every roll except initiative, you roll your flex die.
Yep.
All right. So that's a 12 to hit.
You got him.
Okay. And that is a... So what can I do with the... So I've rolled a flex. What do I do with it? What can I do with the flex once I have it?
Is it on damage or on the attack?
It's on damage.
You can do massive damage. So you total the damage roll as normal, but also add to the total the maximum result of the weapon's allotted damage.
Gross. Okay.
Yeah. So max damage plus a regular roll.
So a regular roll is 10,
Okay.
and then maximum damage is 13.
So 23 damage. Holy moly. Oh, wait. He has some armor soak, so that's gonna not be quite as bad, but you have still dropped him below his half. At which point, he fucking books it. He's out of here. He turns away from you guys, runs up that passage to the north, which presumably leads to his lair, and doesn't want any more smoke.
Yeah,
I just look at Wolf and go, okay.
Well, hold on. It's actually not his turn. So what actually happens is you see that he's about to do this. You have rattled his brains for him. He's turning. He's going to leave, but he can't actually move until his turn. So, Nikala and Siosa, if you would like to continue attacking.
I believe Orf has another
Orf
attack.
still has another action as well, yeah.
that is 11 to hit.
Okay. Okay.
And that is 11 damage.
Okay, yeah, this bear is not happy with what's going on. Yeah. I mean, he still has a 2-digit number in there, but it's getting pretty bad for this bear. Nikala? You want to lay into him with the fisticuffs?
I mean, yeah, kind of. Yeah, I'll walk up to him and then I'll give him a good old punch.
Picking on a relatively defenseless animal. All right, go for it.
I mean, I'm relatively defenseless.
Right, there's 3 of you.
Okay, so it's 8 to hit. And then,
Yeah, you got him.
and then damage will be 6. Oh, I guess I still roll my flex die here. Yeah, 6.
Okay. Diosa? Oh, no, wait. Nikala, are you going to attack again? Or you spend an action moving to him? Huh? You back
Yeah,
up.
yeah, I moved up. And then,
So, Siosa, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out my. Actually, I'm just gonna throw. A regular throw-in star.
Okay.
Oh, actually, let me throw this too, so I don't forget. Okay, that will be 4. And
No.
no, I'm sorry, I rolled the wrong dice. Never mind, I fail. It misses. It goes into
All right.
flies wide.
You have one more action.
She'll throw another one. 6. So I don't think that's enough, right?
No, that does not hit. But the good news about that is you get those 2 throwing stars back if you pick them up off the ground later.
Oh, I will.
Yeah. The one that got all the way in his neck, you're not getting back.
We'll see about that.
This bear, I think, Nikala, your wisdom of the wilds allows you a little bit of insight into what might be going through this bear's mind at this moment. You know, this is the cave that he spent his whole life coming out into to eat. You know, every now and then they send some guys through here that he just has for dinner. It's like free food. And sometimes the guys come in with pointy things. This is not that big a deal. Sometimes they stick them once or twice. No problem. He eats them twice as fast. You guys have rattled this bear. He is now scared of his only food source as he whimpers and whines and staggers back into that den attached to this pirate gauntlet. These pirates that have quite cruelly, I might add, been using this poor wild animal as part of their initiation rites just because they didn't think anyone could hurt him. You guys fucked him up. He's unhappy, and he's not going to stay.
Okay.
Now off he goes. Double action move out of the room.
He has had enough. We
Yes.
have bested the bear.
The only question is, do you guys intend to follow him, or do you intend to move on with your lives? Because there's another door you can exit through. The bear, you guys came in this way, the bear exited this way, so you can go out this way.
Well, they decide, Orf reveals that he never let go of his mug on his shield arm.
How is there still beer in there?
Sips.
He has an ale bladder attached to his belt. He's been filling it back up in between turns.
Okay.
I would just head towards the door. I'm more than content leaving the bear alone after it's passed
Yeah.
over.
I'll follow. I'll go to the door.
Okay. You guys head to the door, and I'm so sorry to all of you with your various wit stats, but you have now found your way to the puzzle room. Room
Oh,
D. Behold the puzzle. You see a door with a portcullis locked in place, and next to it, a scale. Carved above the scale are some words. They say, as Orf can tell you, thank God, the elements, the moon, seasons change too soon, directions declare what all these things share. And then next to the scale, different weights are arrayed with different symbols sitting on a table waiting for you to make your attempt. I have an illustration. Can you see the weights and the various markings upon the weights?
Yep.
not really.
How about now?
That's better.
Okay.
Uh,
So the text again says, the elements, the moon, seasons change too soon, directions declare what all these things share.
and there's you said there's a scale?
Yes, you can see it sitting here. That's the scale, and there's little weights
Oh, I see
next
it.
to it on a table, which is not depicted, but these are the
Okay.
weights.
I'm gonna. My guess is, boys, that whatever these shapes have in common need to go on the same side of the scale. Because there's some round shapes and then there's some
Arrows.
like diamonds and like the letter A. Triangles. Somehow they balance each other out. That's
What
the
is
best
this?
I can tell.
What is the is the scale empty on both sides, or is the image shows that there's one already on the scale?
So on the right side of the scale there, what you see is a static weight attached to it. So what you must do, apparently, is choose the correct number and selection of weights to balance it.
Oh, I see. Okay, that makes it different.
Now, there's two ways we can go about this. We can go 100% RP and I just let you guys figure it out, which can maybe fill the next 13 minutes before break time. Or, if you want to do wits checks about it, I can start giving you clues.
This is beyond Nikala, so I think she would actually just wander over and try and lift the portcullis.
It is unliftable.
Okay.
I mean, we're pretty strong, Steve.
Uh-huh.
Too bad. What is the...
Hi, Lisa. Good to see you.
I'll go ahead and do a wits check.
Okay.
I rolled a 10.
Okay. So I am to give you different information depending on your level of success. With a 10, you notice a couple of things. Because the lowest level is 6 and then 8. So you get both of them here. You notice, first of all, so that there's only space for 4 weights on the scale.
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, you notice, well, you assume from having done riddles before that the text probably tells you what weights to put in some sort of coded way. So you can assume that 4 weights must be the number that you need to put on there. Additionally, you notice what the text says. The elements, the moon, the seasons, and the directions all have something in common. Perhaps the phases of the moon come into question. That's as far as you can get with that wits check.
I mean, whoever made this for the pirates.
Must be the smartest one of the bunch.
I was going to say.
Well, they really want the pirates to be intelligent here.
Clearly.
Phases of the moon.
You can tell. I can tell when you're concentrating because you all disappear except for your foreheads.
I have to get closer to the computer to see the damn thing. I'm trying to see what they have in common.
If anyone wants to try and do better on a wits test, I can give you more information.
Sure.
But if you... She also rolled a 10. So you got to do better than that to get more.
66. Negative. 7.
Okay. Yeah, you realize that Siosa's right.
Shocking.
So,
I wonder if anyone in the chat has the answer.
It's hard for me to tell. The third row, second from the... well, 1, 2, 3. Fourth down. What is on that? Oh, that's a Z. Oh, wow. That's... Yeah, okay.
Would you like me to scroll through these slowly? Or you know what I'll do instead? I'll just drop this image in the Discord. You guys can zoom in on it at your leisure.
They look a lot different closer up now. I was seeing something completely different.
So Orf is like... Orf is a very hands-on learner. He's literally like picking them up and looking at them and paying special attention to this circle with the cross in it, the empty circle up top, the one with the directions up and down. But he's got a super confused look on his face about where to go from there.
Okay. Yes.
Nobody else.
in the Discord now if you guys want to click it and zoom around on it. Go for it.
He'll wait. He'll wait for a while for them to actually see the thing, and but unless they stop him, his goal will be to put those 3 on, and then try process of elimination with all the remaining weights.
So
see
to
if he's got
clarify,
3 of the 4.
you said this one, and this one?
Yeah.
Okay. You put those on, and it affects the scale, but it does not balance.
And then he would try having those 3 occupying 3 of the 4 spots. He would then try all of the others one by one until he knows that his thoughts are wrong. And this is not he does not have. Basically, he tries every combination that has those 3.
Orf tries every combination that has those 3, and none of them are correct.
This is the most logical. This is the most logical way for this to end. He's satisfied with this.
Yes. Also, if you thought that those 3 were correct, it was a very logical approach, a very scientific approach on Orf's part. It's still wrong.
He can read. He just doesn't think all that often.
Yeah. It's same for a lot of people. All right, Orf, you are the only one who has not yet rolled a wits check. What is the maximum you could roll?
For that. Below what Siosa rolled.
I see. Your max is 7. Yeah.
But you could roll high on your Plex die.
That's true.
Fair enough.
Auto succeed.
That is true.
Rolled a 9, but not a 10.
Oh.
So close.
Can't spend on the flex die. Okay. So, let me see. If there's any other assistance I can grant you guys. No, not really. This is the only route. Even if you'd gone right instead of left earlier, you'd be in this room eventually.
Right.
Damn.
Maybe this is a test of humility. We give up. They'll let us go through.
Maybe.
See, I keep thinking the M and the E should be in there for moon and elements, but that's...
Right. I keep going back to a couple of them myself, but then I can't find anything else going on that works together.
Orf looks at the bottom of the wings.
No markings.
Then he walks over to the scale and puts his hand on it and slowly increases the pressure. If all they are is weight, then it can be simulated.
Yes. This will be a legendary edge test.
Ooh.
To find and then hold the exact correct balance of weight. 13 or higher.
Don't forget your Plex die.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm looking for this.
No. Thank you, actually. That's the only way it can work. No, it did not.
Awesome.
Okay,
You get
Nicola.
the big sweaty handprint right on the thing.
Yeah.
Nicola, you said something a moment ago that you feel like the E and the M, which is not what those are because they don't have our alphabet,
Sure.
but you
You know
feel
what I
like those belong somehow. And something buzzes in the back of your head as you look at those 2 weights, that there's something else they have in common besides resembling the first letters of those words. Something else that the E and the M symbols have in common.
I mean, they're not even written the same.
Well, they're just rotated, right?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
They are that.
That's true. They're also not. They're not shapes. They're like letters.
Right.
Yeah.
So, On the wits test you did earlier, Ciosa,
There are a couple others like that. Like that
I
upside
said-
down V and U.
there was something that you got with your wits test earlier that you guys haven't necessarily addressed in your discussion.
Yeah,
There
you said
is
phases
something-
of the moon.
The moon, the seasons, the directions, the elements all have something in common. Honestly, as a modern reader, the moon one did throw me a little, but I think it's technically correct. So if you want to think about just
Oh, there are
the
4.
yeah, there's 4.
Northeast, southwest, full, half, new.
Well, yeah, like waxing, waning,
Yeah.
full moon, new moon. Yeah,
And then the elements, of course, are earth, air, fire, water.
there's 4 of everything.
There's gibbous crescents. There's, I think.
Right, that's what I
don't
said. As a modern reader, it threw me because there's like 30 phases of the moon, but
Right.
yeah. But there's 4 general categories of mooniness.
Let's check. Let's toss the Z up there as well.
Okay,
And the diamond.
you have balanced the weights. The portcullis clicks open.
Each of them has
Starts
4 lines.
rising. Each of them has 4 lines.
There you go.
Well done, Nicola. You can't read, but you sure do know shapes. All right. Yes, you guys proceed past the portcullis and once again are faced with the option right or left. This is the portcullis. That's the table that had the weights on it. You guys go through right or left,
Left
up or
again?
down.
Or north again.
All right. We are going to take a 10-minute break, and when we come back, we'll find out what you have chosen. Surprise, it's another part of the gauntlet. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We're going to come back and do more of this gauntlet. I promise that was the last puzzle room. See you guys in 10 minutes or so. Welcome back to the Shadows of the Sea. Everything on this channel is shadows of something. You guys ever notice that?
Strange, isn't it?
It's weird. This one's not my fault. It's really called that in the book. You guys went left. That's going to take you to room E. There it is.
Oh, that
Looks like a
like
friendly, inviting room, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Mhm.
coffee. Nice, cozy place to take a nap.
A deep chasm with sharpened stakes and more than one skeleton impaled upon them greets you as you come in. A distressingly narrow ledge along one side is the only way across. You will have to shimmy past on that side. A failure will mean you are stuck clinging to the wall.
Great.
Too bad of a failure will mean you fall in. Now, it is not too late if you choose to go back the other way. You're not locked in room E.
I was about to ask that. You guys want to check out the other room?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
let's do
Okay.
that. Let's see if there's a beast or something we can kill.
Oh, there's room F. And I forget what's even in there. Let me read it.
Deeper chasm with bigger spikes.
4 tigers.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Because I should have asked when you went to room E, but I didn't. When you go to room F, do you just look in or do you enter the room?
Probably just peer in, given that we're
Yeah.
not sure which direction we want to go.
Looking in, you don't see much. I will ask whoever has the best wits to do a wits check here.
D6 and 4.
Same for me.
I'll say Nicola.
Okay. This is with a 10 on my flex die. So I'll just go ahead and auto that.
Okay. If you walk in this room, you're going to trigger a pressure plate and something's going to happen. You can see the pressure plate in the floor.
Okay. You come in the room, we're stuck in here. I'll have to do whatever we have to do in this room.
How big is the pressure plate?
Yeah. Can we jump over it?
I don't think you can jump it. You could try. It's wider than the doorway, and it's pretty deep. It's like a whole section of the floor.
So we could maybe throw somebody over it.
You could maybe throw somebody over it. I would give it a difficulty of tough, probably 11. Might check. If the person was also jumping and just needed an assist.
What would we do for the other two?
They could go back to E.
Well, I don't want to go to E. So you two would have to throw me. He just kind of looks down at himself. Because he's got to be pushing 300.
I can only get a might of 10.
Just looks at you guys. This is not happening.
I look at you and go,
I think it occurs to you in this moment, he really looks like an orph.
No, like he's solid, but he doesn't understand. Like when you're built like Orph, why do you mess around with cardio? You wear a bunch of metal and then you go in to whatever problem you've got to be dealing with.
For sure. Okay, well, fortune favors the bold, I guess. We go try this F.
Sounds good. And then he just walks onto the plate.
Okay.
All right. As soon as all three of you are on the plate, it apparently is enough weight to trigger it. The door slams shut behind you.
Oh.
Gasp!
We should have figured that one out. We could have gone on one at a time and crossed it.
damn it. We're so...
So the opposite door is also sealed quite tightly. You don't immediately see any way out.
Oh.
I guess we need to search.
You sure do. Let's have a wits test from Siosa. Well, it can be wits or edge.
They're gonna be the same, so...
Well, your edge is 5, right?
That's only a battle thing.
Oh, okay. My bad.
That's just a reminder for me to do other things at other times.
Totally backseat. Just, staring at people scared.
Don't forget your flex die.
Yeah, don't forget your flex die.
I got a 6.
Well, you needed a 9. So
Well, shit.
while you are looking around for some mechanism to open one of the doors, you instead find yourself a trap. A little piece of the floor gives way under your foot. You turn your ankle, taking 4 damage.
Oh, lovely. That puts me at 5.
You're at 5?
Wait, where's my health? Oh, never mind. I was looking at my physical defense. Never mind. My health is fine. I'm good.
When did you take that much damage?
I'm good.
I was gonna say I have 42 left.
You better
What
dust
choices
your
did
hands
you
off
make?
real quick. Okay. Nicola, same deal. Wits or edge?
Well, they're the same, so it doesn't matter. Flex dice was a no-go. 5 and 4 is 9.
9 is enough for you to, in your inspection of the cave wall, come across a hidden button, which when you press it, sounds like it released something. But the door is not unlocked yet. Orf. Same deal. Wits or edge. Yeah.
Orf sits, knowing that the correct minds are on it, and then attempts to do a recovery. Since he's taken more damage than anyone else.
You may do a recovery.
Awesome. How much do I get back?
Now, half your maximum life points.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well then, we're back up to full with plenty of extra wiggle room.
Yeah, and I imagine that you just sort of sit down, brush off your pants, take a swig from your immortal mead, and you're good to go. But then following that, give me a test. Wits or edge.
I tried, guys. I tried. I got a 6.
Okay, you've also failed. You're going to take 4 damage from a trap. This one's probably, as you're getting up, just sort of a little spike trap sets off, but you're right on the edge of it, so it just grazes you. 4 damage.
You could spend 2 stamina to get it to 8.
That is true.
7.
Didn't you roll 6?
Oh, you're right, I did. I got a 5 and I get +1. Do I get stamina? I get 1 stamina point back for resting, right?
Yeah, that is correct.
You said I thought you said we needed a 9. Is it just late?
No, you're right. I did say 9. You need a 9. So you can't get there.
I will take the damage, taking me down to 52.
Did you roll your flex?
Huh?
Did you roll your flex dice?
I did. It was lower.
Trying.
Okay. Well, Siosa, back to you.
All right.
Question is, can you guys get enough successes before the failures kill you?
Nine
9 allows you to also find a release that unlocks something inside the door. You can hear it coming from that side of the room. But it's not open all the way. There are more releases to be found. Nikala?
Ooh. 6 and 4. 7. So I'll spend 2 stamina.
Okay. So you, I guess, spending stamina to search looks like just looking really hard.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure how that translates.
Really grinding my fingers into the rock face.
Mm-hmm. And no, you know what it is? You know what it's like? You're about to set off a trap, but you hold the trap shut, and then find the release next to it. That's how you spend the stamina. Yeah, the door on the other end of the room slides open, clearing the way to the next passage. Which I assume you then follow to Area G.
All right. I guess we'll peek through this door too.
Peeking through this door, you see a lot of darkness and movement in that darkness. Silent, stealthy movement.
We found the Shadow Dark.
Apparently.
Who has a torch?
I believe. Let me look.
The hallways must have torches, eh?
Roll for sea wolves. Yeah, some of the hallways have torches. In fact, there was one in the picture with the weights.
Yeah. So that means going all the way back through that probably trapped room.
We would not have. I mean, we would not have gone into a dark hallway without a torch if a torch were available.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you can have the torch. Yeah. It's fine. I'd never describe this place as too dark to see in any way, but yeah, it's there is darkness in there. But if you were to intentionally illuminate that specific darkness with your torch, you find what appears to be a tribe or family or clan of some sort of man-ape creatures. They are gray, and they look like somewhere between an ape and a man. And they are spoiling for a fight. Roll for initiative.
Six.
7.
5.
Nice and lined up. Okay. Let's see what these guys get. The gray apes. You know how many of these things I've killed in Conan Exiles? A lot.
Two?
See if you guys can do it too. It looks like probably. So the number here is 6. There are 6 of these guys. And they... What? That's weird. What's weird is on the stat block for the gray man-ape, the attributes are not labeled. I'm just supposed to remember that they go in the order of might, edge, grit, wits. That's really weird. Yeah, so they just forgot to put text there. Anyway. Yeah, so they are going to go there. So the apes are going to go in between Nikala and Orf. But first up is Siosa. There are 6 apes, and they are coming at you. They are split up. I'll just describe real quickly where everyone's at. You guys are in this doorway. Who was holding the torch and trying to illuminate the darkness?
My internet is going a little wonky.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah. You just you're good now.
Who had the torch and tried to illuminate the darkness and revealed these apes?
I will. Nikala will.
Okay. Okay, so the darkness in question would have been mostly in these side passages. That's where you were seeing the movement. So in order to come in and illuminate it, you probably would have had to get pretty far into the room, like here-ish. Mm-hmm. The other 2 of you can still be in the doorway, or you can be up with Nikala. It's up to you. The distribution of apes is 3 and 3 on the top and bottom hallways here.
Orf would absolutely be up, up where any of the danger is going to happen. So standing next to Nikala.
Yeah, Siosa's going to be up there too.
Okay, it is your turn first, Siosa.
Okay, using my scimitar, I am going to swing at one of those apes. Okay. 9.
Oh, that's a hit.
I apologize. I'm going to have to roll that again because when I tried to look at it, it moved. I don't know what it was.
Okay.
I did roll a 1 damage on my 1d8. So yay.
For damage, what did you use to attack?
My 1d8, but I get the +4, so that's 5 total.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was going to ask. What weapon you used?
The scimitar.
Scimitar. Okay. So yeah, you add your might.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, same number. I haven't.
I was just checking the hard copy to see if maybe that error was just the PDF, but no, they don't have the stats labeled just on this one stat block. They're there on all the others. It's weird. It's a weird error. Anyway. What did you say the damage was? 5?
5.
Okay. You have hurt this ape, but not killed him.
And then I will move back towards the door a bit.
All right. So to let you guys know, so you kind of understand the game a little bit, these apes are minions. I mentioned this earlier. Not being antagonists, they don't have a static number of life points. Now that you've hit this one, any additional hit against the same ape will kill it. If you hit the threshold number on damage, it's a one-shot on any of the apes. But you only got 5, so obviously you didn't hit the threshold. That was an attack and a movement. So now we are on Nikala's turn.
Right. I will punch the nearest one, I guess.
Cool.
Now, nothing happens if I roll a 1 on the flex dice, right?
That's correct.
But if I roll a 1 on my attack roll, I miss.
Then you miss. Yeah. Did you roll 1s on both?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You do have another action if you want to take a swing.
I do, and I'm going to take another swing. That'll be 9 to hit.
Hit?
And quick math says 6 damage.
Now, did you attack the same one as Siosa or a different one?
No, I'll hit the same one she did.
Okay, you killed that one. Siosa gave it a good slash, and you at least knocked it unconscious. Good turn. Orf, you're up.
I think you told me that the apes go before Orf.
You're right, my G looks like an O. G for gray ape. O for Orf. Yeah. So, having seen one of their number already get laid low, they are not happy. I'm just reading the stat block real quick. Okay, here they come. One is attacking Nikala, because Siosa backed up.
Orf is going to use Defender to redirect that attack.
Okay, towards himself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it is 12 to hit.
That's a hit.
Here comes some damage. Don't be too worried. This one's a punch from this ape. Well, I did roll max on it, so it's 9 damage. Don't forget your armor soak, if you have any.
Okay, down to 4.
The same ape is going to... You know what? This time he's going to aim for Orf. That is much less. 8 to hit.
That's still a hit.
Cool. What's your physical? It's 6? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here comes the damage. 7. So this ape has just double, well, monkey fisted you with the. And
I've seen gorillas. I get it.
Yeah. And the next ape is gonna just start throwing rocks. And this one's going for Siosa. Another 12 to hit.
That's a hit.
The rock does 4 damage.
My physical will put that up.
Okay. Here comes your AR.
It's 9.
Yeah. Oh wow. No, your
I
physical defense is 9. So that means I hit you. But if you have armor on, then your armor's gonna soak some of the damage. I don't see any armor listed on your sheet.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, I don't have any armor, so I guess I take all that.
Yeah.
4, you said? Gotcha.
I think I said 4, yeah. Yeah, it's 4.
Got it.
All right, next rock coming in. That's probably a miss. It's 6 to hit. You had 9, right? Yeah. Okay, another one's going to run into melee and start swinging on Nakala. 7 to hit.
Yep.
That's a hit, okay.
I assume 7 is the target number as well. So tie would go to the attacker.
Yeah. Hey, how come your sheet says 6 and then 7 in parentheses?
6 without the shield, 7 with.
Copy. Here comes the damage. That's 9 damage.
Okay.
And another punch. That's 6 to hit. So, no. And let's see. I've had 1 is dead. 3 have attacked. I've got 2 more. They're both going to be throwing rocks. And they're going to aim for... First one's going to aim for Siosa. Since you had that big sword and cut their buddy. That is 8 to hit.
Nope. That misses.
And another rock from the same one. This time 9 to hit. That does hit, right?
Yeah, mine.
9
It's
physical, yeah.
exact.
So 4 damage from that one.
Okay.
And the last guy throwing rocks at Orf. That's a hit with 11. 8 damage. Another rock coming in. I think this one's a miss for you. Nope. You have the lowest defense. Yeah, so this is 6 to hit, and the damage will be 6.
Okay.
Good thing
That
Dwarf
is-
is a sponge.
Orf is a sponge. That is
Orphan
all the
is a
apes.
sponge with good armor, so most of this is getting soaked.
Yeah, they're just a hooting, howling, angry, rock-throwing band of apes. But their turn is over. So now it is Orf.
I believe that there is one that is in range.
Yeah, 1 or 2, I believe.
Okay. Well, first thing Orf's going to do is use Protector. So he's keenly aware of Nakala in the midst of all this, and uses his bulk to help her get a little bit of a breather. So he'll lose 1 stamina point, and Nakala will get 1 back.
Thank you.
That does not take an action, according to my sheet here. He will take a swing at the nearest gray ape. Okay, that is 8.
That hits.
Cool. 8 damage.
1 shot. Dead.
Great. Nice.
I think
All of
there
the
was
other ones are...
No, there was one more that came into melee with Nakala, so you can reach that one too.
Great. Okay, that's an 11.
Yeah, sorry, that's a hit, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to bank the flex I just rolled to get myself back up to 6 stamina.
Cool.
And rolled 10 damage.
Another 1 shot.
Nice.
So we're down to 3 apes. And we're back up to Siosa's turn.
Okay. Is there one standing near me?
No, you backed up. None of them came after you when you did.
They all threw rocks. That's what I thought. Okay. So I will go up to one with my scimitar and swing at them.
Okay.
8
8 hits.
and 6.
6 damage. You hurt him, didn't drop him.
Okay. I'll attack that one again.
Okay.
Ten.
Hit.
And 6 again.
He's dead. We're down to 2 apes, and it's Nikala's turn.
Okay, I guess I'll take one action to run up to one of them and another action to punch him.
Love it.
Would you have regained your spear from the last one?
Yeah, I've still got it. Flex dice rolled a 10.
Okay.
I'll take the stamina for that. And
All right.
then... nice. 6 and 4 is 10 to hit,
That's a hit.
and 6 damage.
Okay. Harmed, not out. So we have remaining 1 ape that has been hit once and 1 ape that has not been hit at all. All the others are down. So the one that you just swung on is going to swing back. That's 8 to hit.
Yep.
For 4 damage. I'm sorry. This is a melee. That's 6 damage.
Okay.
And the next one's also a hit for 9 damage.
Okay.
The remaining one who has not been harmed is... He's going to swing sort of up the wall and just do a leaping 2-arm attack on Orf. That's a hit. 12 to hit for 7 damage. And the other fist, even more of a hit for 6 damage. The apes are out of turns. We are back to Orf's turn.
Orf just gets a big goopy smile on his face when one of the apes comes to him. He will swing with his mace. Ooh. Max. So 12 to hit.
Yep.
And that should be a one-shot. That is 12 damage.
Yeah, this ape swings at you, and you probably connect with him at the same time. And he loses consciousness, and you do not. In fact, I don't think he even fully hits the ground. You probably knock him to the side, and he lands over there. Yeah, Siosa, there is 1 ape remaining, and it's barely up.
I will go up to it. I think I need to go move to get to it, right?
Yeah.
What do I need to roll? I need to roll this thing and this thing. Okay. And then I'll swing at it with my scimitar. 10.
Got him. Damage doesn't matter. You drop him.
Oh, that's right.
But you can
Still
still roll
your
flat.
flex die, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure do that.
Okay. Nothing there.
You guys stumble out of the last door and over stones, making an improvised bridge over a small river. Is that on this map? I haven't zoomed out in a while. No, it isn't. So over here, there's like a little river. And across this improvised bridge of stones, you see pirates lounging around and drinking in a jungle clearing that leads to a ramshackle fort. Some of the brigands peer at you and raise their cups in celebration of your victory. Others completely ignore you. One cheers loudly. Hey, all right! Coming out all bloody. You made it, apparently. If this is their home base, it is no wonder they've been raiding so much. This place is tiny and terrible. Someone shoves a tankard of ale into your hands. All three of you.
Excellent. I could use one.
Orc
Right.
enjoys too.
Yes. So you've made it to the heart of the pirate stronghold. You do see off to one side in the back a cage, which is down a little slope, so you can't quite see what's in it, but it seems like it's people. And as you're sort of hanging out, drinking with apparently your newfound crewmates, this man comes sauntering up. You can hear others addressing him as captain. Comes forward, his long hair down his back, swinging a sparkling scepter with one hand casually. What do we have here? New bait? You look at this scepter of his, and it's very strange. It has this combination of metals in it that you can't quite place, but it's making it kind of a hypnotic, swirling sort of look to it. It's got a heavy top with raw, jagged crystals in it. So, like, when he hits you with it, he's going to beam you with, like, gems. But he wields it very effectively. You can tell by the way he's swinging it around. You don't want to get hit by it. There is also old, dried blood in some of the crevices. So these guys, all these pirates, they're just so happy that their captain is here. They roar with delight at his approach. He appears set on fighting you. You don't know why. He seems like he's probably drunk. You guys came out covered in blood. You beat up his bear. You beat up his apes. I mean, he kind of told you to do it, but he's coming up. And there's some disagreement amongst the crew. See, some of them are like, "Hey, Captain, they passed the gauntlet already." And he's like, "No, they haven't passed the gauntlet until they've passed me." So what's your play? It's a large number of pirates here. At this point, right in this area, interacting with this situation, in addition to the captain, you see 9 pirates, sorry, I misspoke. You see 12 pirates and a couple of pirate mates, like these clearly more authoritative ones. So overall, like 15 of them. The captain himself, and coming up behind him, what appears to be an animated stone statue acting as his bodyguard.
Fair fight, then.
I'll ask him. So we're meant to fight you now?
Well, you may think you got away scot-free, but I have spies back on the mainland, and I know you were brought to us by one of those villages we raided. You trying to join the crew, or you trying to kill me? Which is it?
We just joined the crew, didn't we? We went through the gauntlet.
Yeah.
And here you stand alive. There's 3 of us, and how many of you? How are we supposed to kill you?
Go ahead and roll a Ciosa, roll a wits contest.
Can I use my infamy?
Yes. But you're rolling against the captain.
Right.
You have to beat an 11.
Oof. Ooh, okay. Which I just did. I rolled a 12.
You can see by what you have said about we've just beaten the gauntlet and we haven't attacked you. We're here. We have legally, by the bylaws, joined your crew. Half of the pirates cross the space and stand on your side behind you guys.
Oh, this is like a Rufio moment.
This is a Rufio moment, yeah. So now, you got 6 of the pirates, 2 of the mates, and he's got the other 6 pirates, the remaining mate, and the statue and himself.
I kind of want to nonchalantly ask what the statue is. Like, just to one of the guys on our side. Deal with the walking statue.
I don't know where he got it. It protects him. It attacks things that attack him.
Weird.
It's weird. It's some sort of black magic, I'm sure.
Hmm.
So at this point, the choice before you guys is, do you want to engage now that the odds have evened up a little, or are you going to continue trying to talk your way out of this? Because you already won half the crew over at this point.
I will look at each of my companions who share a secret look of, shall we dance with this man, or...
Well, this is sort of what Nikala left her tribe for, right? Was to find a better opponent.
And
I'll buy that.
okay.
Or
Then
empties
I'll-
out both mugs.
I'll draw my sword and say, if you can't follow your own laws, then what kind of captain are you?
Or if you did what with the mugs?
Emptied out both mugs. The time for drinking is over.
Oh, all right.
And I'll say, oh, shit.
Okay. Nikala and Orf. Well, Nikala, what do you do in this moment?
I'm gonna do a recovery if I can, actually.
Yeah, no
Is that
problem.
an option?
You can have been doing a recovery since you exited the gauntlet. Yes.
Okay. But other than that, I think I would probably just slightly shift my stance to something a little more aggressive. Like, not openly put up my fists and be like, yeah, fisticuffs. But just sort of shift my weight.
All right. And Orf, we're nearing the end anyway, but this is your last recovery for the session. 2 is the max.
And that gives me 1 stamina back, right?
Yeah, 1 stamina and up to half your max life points.
Rounded down, though, right?
I don't remember. You're probably going to hit max anyway, right?
Most likely.
Okay. So I'm going to ask each of you now for a wits check. Because on the off chance that you all succeed on difficulty 9, something great for you guys happens. But given the actions you have taken, the dumping of the beer, the positioning of the fighting stance, this is playing into the social situation. So let's go with Orf's.
Okay. My result is 3.
Cool. Nothing happens for you. Nikala?
I rolled a 10 on my flex die,
Okay.
so I'll just take that as an automatic success.
Great. An additional pirate joins your side. It's now 7-5 on the pirates.
All right, here goes. Eight.
Not good enough. Need a 9.
Stress? Or do you not have very much left?
I didn't
You
have
a-
much. I didn't have much to begin with, so I'll go ahead and spend a stress for it.
Stamina.
A stamina.
Yeah, sorry.
Great. Yeah. Bump that up 1. Another pirate
Sure.
changes sides.
Is there any way that I can use Protector to bump that up? I haven't been doing it for social roles because I'm not sure how it would work, but
Yeah, I mean, your protector just gives her back a stamina, right?
at the cost of one of mine, yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
Cool.
It's your reassuring presence.
It does feel like danger will find Orf first.
Yeah. So, thanks to Siosa and Nikala's rolls, 2 more pirates have joined your side from their side. You guys now handily outnumber them, though they do have both the captain and a living statue on their side. So here's what I'm going to do. You guys have... Let me write this out. You guys have 8 pirates. You have 2 mates and yourselves. He has the captain, the statue, 1 mate, and the remaining, what was it? It was originally 6, 2 left, 4 pirates. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel out his mate and his 4 pirates. So we'll just assume it's 1-to-1 and the pirates and mates cancel each other out, leaving you guys with 4 pirates and 1 mate and yourselves against the captain and a statue.
Sounds good.
Roll initiative. Amidst the nondescript combat around you.
5.
6.
I rolled Flex, but I don't know what that would mean to auto-win at initiative.
You don't
maybe
roll
I-
flex.
Initiative is the one roll you don't use flex.
Okay, well then I'll just get my stamina back then. Or am I not supposed to roll Flex at all?
You're not supposed to roll flex at all.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, little Flex die. In that case, I have an 8.
Okay. You can save that flex for that flex success and just not roll flex on your next roll.
Okay. That seems like something that'll be the best choice for 90% of the time.
I think you're probably right. Okay, so you guys got 8, 6, and 5. The captain got the wrong die. He's got some serious edge, but he didn't roll that well. 7 is him. The statue also got 7. And that's it. Okay, Orf, you're first. You have choice of targets between captain and living statue.
Living statue.
Indeed.
It's unnatural, and it should stop moving.
Sounds right.
Are we close, or like across the deck from each other, or?
At this point, the pirates have engaged each other, so we can assume you're all in melee range.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this game uses range bands, and I always forget because when games use range bands, they always name them differently. But you guys you don't need to spend movement to reach each other.
A swirling morass of violence. Got it.
Yes.
He attacks the statue. With a result of 9.
That is a hit.
Great. I think this will matter for this, so he's using a mace, so -2 to enemy AR.
Okay.
Result is 9.
9 damage. Okay. So yeah, you swing your mace and take a big chunk of stone out of this statue. If it is in any way sentient, it's probably really mad. But who can tell?
Fair. He will swing again.
Alrighty.
11 to hit.
11 to hit. That hits.
And 9 damage again.
Copy that. Okay. Statue has been harmed. It will now take its 2 actions to attack you right back. This one. Don't make me look stupid, statue. 12 to hit.
That's a hit.
15 damage.
Okay.
And second attack. 15 to hit. And is 9 damage.
Okay.
So you take your mace and knock a couple of chunks of stone out of the thing, and it just goes... knocks you right back. The captain's turn comes next. Evens, it's going for Siosa. Odds, it goes for Nikala. It's coming for Nikala. He's coming for Nikala. He's gonna use that scepter of vivification and try to unvivify you.
I'm not even sure what that means.
Yeah.
Well, it won't matter when your brains are all over it. That's 9 to hit.
That's it.
11 damage. No, wait, that's wrong. 9 damage.
Okay.
Okay. And here... I'm sorry?
I assume he has a second swing.
He's got 2 more.
Oh, good.
This is
Ooh,
a 3 attack kind of man. Here comes second swing.
If we're all real close, I'll do Defender on the next attack.
Okay, that would be 8 to hit.
Yep, still hit.
Okay. And 10 damage, but that's that way you did Defender. Orf did Defender on this one. So does 8 hit you?
Yeah, it hits me.
10 damage.
Okay.
His third attack, he's going to try and get past Orf. Orf's bizarrely fast defense, having been just beamed real hard by a living statue. He somehow interposes between Nikala and the captain, but then the captain gets around him for, hopefully, for 10 to hit Nikala, which is going to hit for 9 damage.
Okay.
All right. Well, Orf took one of those hits for you, but the other 2 got through. That's his turn, and it is now Siosa's turn.
Okay. I'm going to come at the captain with my scimitar.
All right. The captain has a trait called Slippery as a Fish. Any attack against him where you roll a 1 or a 2 now counts as an auto fail.
Okay. Eight.
All right. That does not hit him.
All right, I'll swing again.
Okay.
Oh, that's even less, so...
Well, you whipped it. You whipped
Yep.
it, Cindy.
Can you use stamina to add to the rolls and get through?
No, that would have... I don't have enough stamina.
You would have to get a minimum of 10 to hit this guy.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Nikala, you're up.
Yep. Eight is a miss, I assume.
Yes.
And oh, there we go. 10.
You got him.
So punch for 6 damage.
Okay.
Probably absorbs it.
Not all of it.
Oh wait, hold on. No, I had a thought. I'm gonna spend 2 stress to add 2d4 to that damage.
Ooh, you can do that. Yeah.
So an extra 3.
So what was it originally? 6?
Yeah.
And now it's 9. Okay.
And that
Copy
eats
that.
2 stamina.
Well, he eats those punches like they're nothing. Wait, that was just the first punch. Right?
Yeah, I missed the first one. This was the second.
That's right. That's right. So he eats the first one really like it's nothing, and then the second one also that. We're back to Orf.
We have 4 pirates.
You're right. How do I roll them quickly? I don't like this. There's the pirates. Yep. Let's just do... They're going to team up on the captain, I think. I think they're all going for the captain because nobody wants to fight this statue except for Orf. Okay. That one misses. That one misses. The next one misses and misses bad that time. Come on, guys. That one hits and misses. Miss. Hit. Okay, out of 4 pirates with 2 attacks each, 2 of them landed hits on the captain.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's not a bad ratio, 50-50.
Right. One of those hits got completely soaked by the armor. The other one got 1 point through. All right. Good call on that. Orf, you're up.
Orf takes a central position, using his protector status to let Siosa get a breath, taking him down to 6 stamina, and Siosa up to 1.
Yes, you gain a stamina from that, Siosa.
Awesome, thanks.
Mm-hmm. Well, if nobody else wants to mess with the statue,
Orf, I think even with your dim-wittedness, you probably understand that they're just scared of the sorcery, not necessarily that they have any idea or grasp of what its capabilities are.
Orf is arguing with me as a player who knows that if you focus down on one enemy, he drops faster. But
Yes.
in a real sword fight, if you ignore somebody, then they run along, behind the lines and start taking people out. So I hate seeing everybody having a hard time with the captain, but I think for now, Orf will focus on the statue. Takes a swing, and that's definitely a hit. 11.
Yeah.
Damage 9 again. Still -2 AR. Hopefully that's helping.
Sure is. But you said 11 damage?
No, I said 9 damage.
Oh,
but if
11
he
was
has
it.
any, yeah, if he has any AR, then it's swallowing. It's like it was 11 damage.
Right.
And then he'll go ahead and swing again, assuming that the golem or the statue is not a three hits and it's down kind of monster.
It is not.
Okay, 10 to hit.
Hit.
There we go. Okay, that is 11 damage that time. So functionally 13.
Functionally, there is no functional statue anymore. This is a 4 hits and it's down kind of guy. You completely smash the living statue to stone, and I am going to say, Orf, as you do this feat of strength, smashing the captain's ensorcelled stone bodyguard, roll me I'm going to call this a grit test to see with what level of panache you are able to swing this blow.
My result is a 12.
A 12 puts that at the higher end of the tough difficulty range here. Yeah. So the result of that is the remaining mate changes to your side. And the surviving 2 pirates that the captain has run away. So you guys are now all against the captain.
Steak salad.
Yeah. He doesn't like this.
Shocking.
Yeah. He's gonna take his. Well, on the other hand, if he puts you down, it just cements his authority even more, right? So,
True.
He's gonna swing on Siosa here. Not
Defender?
9 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes damage. 11 damage.
Okay.
The next swing, he's going for you on purpose, Orf. He doesn't like that you broke his toy. That hits also by quite a lot. And 10 damage. For his third action, he is going to slip backwards and wedge himself into a position where he is defended on the sides by 2 big rocks. So from here forward, you guys will only be able to melee him 1 at a time.
Is there a way around those rocks?
No. If you will move into melee with him, you will have to spend your second action. You have to spend part of your turn moving away in order to let someone else attack.
Would I be able to sneak my spear in effectively?
You could sneak your spear. A spear has a long enough reach you could stick it over and attack with it, sure.
Time to start throwing stars, I guess.
Yeah.
He thought this was a smart idea.
One of these stars is still in the neck of a bear.
Oh man, what's that star doing to that poor bear?
I know.
Oh, man, he hates it. It's probably just going to become a cyst. It's just going to grow around it like it's an irritation in the tissue.
You should have let me remove it.
You'd have to kill him to remove it.
It's true. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you were throwing stars right now.
I'm throwing stars right now. I got confused. What do you want from me?
Not that.
7.
No hit.
No hit. Try again. That is 9. That's
Gotta
not
hit 10.
Gotta hit 10. I will spend a stamina to do that.
Awesome.
And I'll spend an how much armor soak does he have?
Can't tell you that, but it's 3.
I'll spend another stamina to double
Okay.
damage output
What's the total damage?
to 8, which is not a number I want to write down. I want to write down 1 for my stamina, not 8. Okay.
Alrighty. 8 it is. We are on Nikola's turn.
Okay, I'll pokey with my spear. Missed on the first one. Oh, I guess I should still roll. Nice. I hit the second one. And I'll spend my last 2 stamina to increase my damage by 2d4 again.
Okay.
What's my spear? D6. 12 damage.
12 damage. Yeah. Cool. You have harmed him. The 4 pirates are not willing to be... None of them are willing to be the one person who's in melee with the captain. So they will all draw their throwing knives. Which means they're now rolling a d8 instead of a d10. And they could barely hit this guy anyway. But they do have a higher number on that. That's a miss. 2 misses. No, wait. That second one was a hit. Third one's a hit. Miss. Hit. Miss. And 2 more misses. So we got 3 hits in there. And the damage is going to be 1d4 plus 1 for each of them. Okay. That's 1 damage gets through. 2 damage gets through, so 3 total. All right. Well, he's got some knives sticking out of him. He's not wearing out yet. We are back to Orf's turn. Anyway, I want to show you a picture of this guy.
Oh, yes, please. Nice.
Badass.
Yeah.
That's a killer staff. That's wicked. Or mace, whatever they're calling
Yeah,
it.
you can see it's got like crystal flanges.
It's huge.
No picture of the statue, but you can just imagine that.
So hopefully Orf is not annoying with all of his interfering with everybody's stuff that they're doing. He'll take a protective stance in front of his allies. Probably a stamina point to Siosa, unless you don't need it.
I could use it. I'm down to 1.
Okay.
Yeah, so everybody in that round decided not to go into melee, so I think it's all you if you want to do it, Orf.
Now he stepped back, so I'm going to use a movement to get there, right?
Yeah.
He's going to charge.
Okay.
So he gets to move and attack in the same action.
Yes.
Okay, the result there is 11.
That's a hit.
10 damage.
Okay. Next.
You've been rolling like 12s to hit. I could defend, but I don't think +2 is going to do a lot. So he's just going to swing again.
I mean, you beat that statue in 4 good hits.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. The offense is probably just more valuable. Okay, 11 to hit again.
Okay. Did you flex die it? Oh,
Yeah, I did.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so that's 8 plus my max. So 21 damage.
Okay.
Excellent.
Well, he's not having a good day. He is technically still alive. And he's going to hit you as hard as he can. Here we go. Whoops. What the hell die is that? All right. 9 to hit.
Yep.
What's yours physical again?
Physical is 6.
That's right. Yours is the lowest one. Okay, so that's 9 damage. Second hit also hits and comes in for 7 damage. The next one... Oh, you know what? This guy can't miss you. Oh, no, he can. He can because he rolled a 1. It's an auto fail because it's a 1. But without the auto fail rule, he would not be able to miss you. So he does miss you on that third one.
Okay.
And we're back to Stiosa.
Okay. Am I able to safely throw stars at him with Orf standing there, or does Orf need to move?
That's a
Nah,
fair question.
You can. You can.
Orf,
you
duck!
can do it. The captain's huge. You can throw over Orf.
Okay.
I mean, Orf is also huge, but the captain. Yeah, you got enough captain visible.
Orf is big as a punchline, but I don't like. He's 6'2". He's not like a mountain.
Okay.
All right. That's only 8. Let me try again. Oh, that's even worse. Just misses. Just too scared of hitting Orf, I think.
Well, there's sparks bouncing off the rocks as you throw these things, and they just miss. But they're definitely intimidating sparks.
Good.
Nicola,
That's what I was going for, is intimidation.
So I need to roll 6. Oh, man, I missed the first one by a country mile every time, but I always hit that second. So 1d6. 4 and 4 is 8 damage.
does not hit.
No, 8 damage.
Oh, you hit on the attack roll already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was saying. Is that I always miss the first attack, but the second one comes up.
Gotcha. Cool. Well, you've harmed him. He is still technically alive. Here come the throwing knives.
How bad do you gotta feel that you're just getting like totally pummeled on?
By your own crew.
Yeah. Death by 1,000 cuts, too.
Okay, 2 of the throwing knives hit. And what was their damage again? 1d4 plus 1. That's nothing. That's 1. Okay. He is still technically alive.
Untechnical.
Orf, just don't miss.
If you're worried about missing, you can do a focused attack, and that gives you +2, but it takes 2 actions.
Right, and so that's kind of an issue because that's good if they're like if you need a 6 or something.
Yeah.
If you're, the lat loss of the opportunity loss is a problem if you're. Have we established what his physical defense is?
It's 10.
Oh yeah, he's got to do 2 attacks. That's just the thing to do here. Okay, well, he didn't miss. That's 11.
Okay, roll some damage.
10 damage.
Okay, his remaining life points was 3. His armor is going to soak 3. 7 more gets through. Go ahead and describe what happens as you, in your mace fight with the captain.
The captain is canonically larger, more ferocious, drunker, which is incredibly important at dwarf fights. And he makes a really incredible clamor as his awesome scepter spike thing bounces off of the already dented and shabby looking metal. Orf is thinking hard about what he's going to do once he gets back to the tavern, and he actually misses the point where he caves the guy's head in with his mace and keeps swinging for a little bit before he kind of is like, oh.
When you stop, all the pirates that were with you are like back up, just sort of like staring in shock at the fact that you continued beating their dead captain after he was dead. His big old scepter is on the ground.
Well, I'm concerned about having an incredibly low sorceress defense, but it's loot, and he's going to reach for it.
All right, this is the Scepter of Vivification. It counts as a mace, melee, one-handed, heavy weapon. Enemy AR is considered to be 2 lower against attacks from this weapon. I missed that the whole combat. Because it doesn't say in the stat block. Huh. Well, maybe it only counts when you use it.
For what it's worth, I have 20 hit points remaining. So
okay. Yeah,
even if we add 2 extra damage a few times.
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. By the way, he had 60 life points to start with. With 60 life points, 3 actions, and a physical defense of 10. I was not totally sure you guys would beat him, at least not in the time that we had when we started the fight. But you did well. Anyway, so this mace, enemy AR is considered to be 2 lower against attacks from this weapon. In addition, the user may use the Animate Living Statue Alchemy Sorcery skill once per day without paying the usual cost in life points. 1 stamina must still be spent. Whenever the scepter inflicts damage from a melee attack, either the wielder or a living statue that it created may regain 2 life points. Each time the scepter uses the Animate Living Statue sorcery skill or allows the wielder or statue to regain any life points, roll a 1d20. On a roll of 1, the scepter shatters and is lost forever. Now, that spell that it allows you to use, Animate Living Statue, you still have to actually have that spell, which means you need the alchemy sorcery tradition, or whatever it's called, sorcery skill.
Well, it can break if I do that, right?
Yeah, you can.
Otherwise, it's just a vampiric scepter that restores hit points to my immense pool every time I hit something.
Yes.
Orf knows what he's using this for. We're good.
Okay.
Bring you beer?
Yeah, so you have it, and as you pick this up and are looking at it and hefting it in your hands, the remaining pirates return. You know, there was only, what did I say, like 18 total pirates counting the mates in this area, but you know there were multiple ships' crews worth of pirates. Where they were, I don't know, off in the jungle somewhere, they return, and they see you standing over the dead body of their captain holding his scepter, and they are like, what the fuck? And they're sort of reaching for their weapons and gearing up. But this one of the mates that was with you guys sees them coming and yells. It's an older woman, clearly been around a while. He yells, "It appears we've had a change of leadership, sailors!" And they all sort of relax. The pirates with you cheer. "Yeah! Orfson! And she walks up to you and says, "I'm First Mate Nelita. Welcome, Captain."
Orf looks at Siosa and Nikala in confusion.
Siosa will go whisper to Orf, say thank you.
Thank you.
She leans in and says, "By our laws, a crew member who kills the captain in combat is the new captain." We established that you were crew members because of the gauntlet, and then you killed the captain.
You're a good first mate. That
I
was
know.
a useful explanation.
Okay.
Is there meat on this island?
Hell of a lot of it. Right over here. When you guys go to the mead, you quite quickly find the cage also with the prisoners that were taken in the various raids, two of them being Osero's parents.
Orf's first decision as captain is that everyone gets to party.
You certainly have access to the treasure that was raided, and there is quite a lot of it. That is where we're going to put a pin in this for perhaps a future return to the game. Thank you guys for playing my adventure. Oh, not my adventure, I should say. This one is called Shadows of the Sea. It's in the, what is the book called? The book Tales of the Hyborian Age, Volume 2. I don't know who the writer of this specific adventure is. Their writers listed in the book are Matthew John, Jason Durrell, Chris Shepperson, Mari Tokuda, Dave Semark, Jason Brick, and John Houlihan. One or more of them wrote this adventure, and we have now played it. So, thanks for everyone for watching. Thank you guys for playing. And on Friday, come check out the Dungeon Crawl Classics game we're doing. That'll be session 2 of Bride of the Black Manse. Following that, we'll return to Shadows of the Abyss. Next week on this show, Star Trek Adventures 2nd Edition, run by